What up, fam? My name is William, aka Wilcer. Welcome to the channel where I talk about all things food delivery. Just documenting the everyday life of a food carrier. Vehicle choice is the Honda Ruckus at the moment. And I'm working DTLA, downtown Los Angeles. Has been my market since I started. Love it. But yeah, welcome. I got a few things I want to talk about today. It's been a minute that I uploaded a video. But yeah, I want to talk about DoorDash, how they're offering a new program where they could they'll prioritize high-paying deliveries to you if you have a 4.5 customer rating or higher. And this is the big one, you have a 50% acceptance rate or higher. So that's huge. So we'll get into that. Also my setup, we'll talk about that. You guys will see something is missing, and also a little GoPro tweaks that I'm doing right now. I just tested it out. It's just with the audio, since I had to revert back to my old GoPro. I watched one of my videos I recorded the other day, and there were some parts where you couldn't hear me. It's like, what's going on? So just messing around with the mic settings, talk a little bit about that. And that's it. I'm out here. I'm at 10 in the morning. It's a Wednesday, hump day. We'll try to make as much money as possible. Back on the grind, baby. I shook off a little bit of that post-trip depression. It's like coming down from a drug, and you gotta like deal with the hangover, and then you get, after a while, you get all good. But anyway, yeah, that's a few things that I got going on. So I'm excited to talk to you guys about this. But today's goal, let's see, I'm gonna try to make, it's 10, so I'm sure I can get to like 100 by 1. I'm sure I can get to like 200 by like 5, and hopefully 300 by 9. So a nice 10-hour shift. Obviously there'll be a break in between, so maybe less than 10 hours. Yeah, let's try to make at least 300. 333 will be great. Well, thanks for joining, baby. Let's get this money. So I guess I'm gonna work a little backwards on my list. One of the things that I did with my GoPro, I just literally tested it out. I tested out what it sounds like with the front mic, and then I tested out what it sounds like with the back mic. Since this GoPro, I have a GoPro Max, it has 2 cameras. It's a GoPro 360 camera. You can do 360 videos, pictures, and all that. It has mics in the front and the back. You could choose to just use one of the cameras. So it gives you the option. You want to use the front mics, the back mics, or all the mics, which is called stereo. Or you wanted to do it automatic, right? So it switches off automatically. Automatic really doesn't work, because then it'll sound a certain way, and then it'll change depending on the outside surrounding sound. So like if it gets really loud, the mic might adjust, and then my voice will sound different. So that auto doesn't work. Stereo, I noticed in my last video, there was one point where you couldn't hear me at all. My voice sounded really low. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna have to choose one of the mics, either the front or the back. And I recorded for a whole minute. I was just talking, and then I recorded a whole minute, talking with the front camera, and then I did another one recording with the back camera. And the voice sounds good in both, but the cool thing that I liked about the back lens mics recording is that you couldn't really hear the Honda Ruckus. It wasn't as loud. I'm like, you know what? That's dope. That works better, because if the Honda Ruckus sounds lower, then you guys will hear my voice better. And there's no reason why you guys should be hearing the Honda Ruckus all the damn time. It's not that it's annoying or anything. It's just, I mean, it's nice to kind of hear it but far away. so you guys can get a little acceleration. This ain't a Tesla, you know. You know, it has an engine in it, motherfucker. 49cc only, but so you know what? I'm like, let's do that. I'm gonna do this whole video and with the back mics recording, and we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys how do you guys like the sound? I guess there's something to compare it to because I tested it earlier. Maybe I should just put the testing on the video. You know what? I'll do that. After this clip, I'll put those 2 clips. Hopefully I remember. If I do, then I'll put them right now. What up, what up? I'm doing a mic check right now. I have the GoPro recording only from the front mics. I'm gonna see how that sounds. The front mics are, well, whatever. I think this is the front camera. So I'm gonna record a little bit here what it sounds like. I'm gonna get some speed. And yeah, just kind of see like what this sounds like. I'm gonna do it for 1 whole minute. I hit 30 miles an hour. Yeah, cause yesterday I have both speakers on. I have stereo. Sometimes they'll sound really good and sometimes they wouldn't. So I think it kind of goes back and forth and it kind of messes it up. So I'm gonna just stick to one side. This is the front one, and that's about a minute. So let's pause it. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna test out the back speaker. This is the mics that are back of the camera. I mean the facing away from the front. So the back one, we'll see how this sounds. Oh damn it, I got the red light. Alright, it's gonna get quiet here. Damn it. Well, let's take the long way then. Swing it right. Speed up here. Try to go as fast as I can. Just so I can test the wind noise versus my voice. And also all the sounds around me. See how it captures everything. The wind might actually sound worse on this because there's wind that accumulates and twirls behind the GoPro and in front of my chest. So, or it could not. We'll see. These mics in the front are directly towards the wind. So we'll see. Alright, that's 1 minute. Let's check them. Hopefully this works out. Y'all heard the 2 different kinds. It's crazy. I've been using GoPros for since like the GoPro Hero, since like the very first ones, really. And it's crazy how I'm still learning shit on it. It's always, you know, it's always changing too. Kind of what makes it fun about it. So not even I have mastered these things. I've been using these suckers for probably a decade. Yeah, it's probably been about that because I do remember buying a bunch of these. I remember about like, I had a customer who had access to them and he will get them for like $100 cheaper than retail. Or actually less than that. Because I remember I was resell them cheaper and I'll sell them to all my friends on payment plans. So you'll basically be able to get a GoPro 0 down. And that was in like 2013, 2014. So that's almost a decade. Jesus. But yeah, I love these things. I love these GoPros. Just not the Max. I love the Max. It's just that it's too fragile. High risk. I already scratched the shit out of my new one. Bummed out about that, but yeah, these things work great. So many settings, so much functionality. So the next thing, I got rid of the iPhone, baby. That shit's gone. Just temporarily. I think I might keep it. I think I might just keep this indefinitely. So the way that I kind of started, I got an opportunity to get another phone. Pretty much a free phone. I was like, all right, well let me just fucking get the setup and see how I can work with 2 phones. And I really liked it. It was cool. Eventually I was kind of messing around with how I'm gonna have my setup. Like, do I want to run basically how do I want to run the apps. Eventually what I ended up just doing is running DoorDash on my Android phone and running Uber Eats on the iPhone. So I would basically be able to see both apps at the same time. And that was basically it. That's eventually what I ended up doing it, which is great because I could be looking at one map of one delivery, and then I could simultaneously at the same time like have the other map on the iPhone. So it was very good for me to be able to see where I was going, but also see like new incoming deliveries or see where that one was going. So that's good. But for a long time I was multiapping with 2 phones. I mean with 1 phone. Oh, I got the Wilcer 92. Check him out. He's got he also has a, what is that outfit called? Those scrubs? Yeah. Oh boy, double hustling. Probably going to work, and then go work, and then come out of work, and then hustle. Hell yeah. Shout out to my boy here, multi-jobbing. Over here talking about multi-apping. Some rookie shit. This guy's doing multi-jobbing. What's you not know about that? Anyway, so that's kind of what I did at the end. I kind of just had Android and Uber Eats, and the reason I have Uber Eats on the iPhone is because I don't have the iPhone connected to my Bluetooth, and I fucking am so annoyed of the Uber Eats sound. Like, I hear it over and over again. It's like one of those sounds that you just have to get used to. It comes with the trade. It comes with the trade. Kind of like firemen, you know, they got a dope ass job, but every time they gotta go to a house, they gotta deal with that loud ass siren. Imagine, like, I mean, we hear that shit pass by, we're on the street, and we're like, God damn it, my eardrums are about to burst. These motherfuckers ride in that shit. They're riding on the horn. And they deal with that the entire trip. Which, I don't know how long that is. I'm pretty sure it's a few minutes. Imagine dealing with that siren sound in a few minutes. And then when you're in between buildings, it's just a lot. It's just little annoying things that happen. And, you know, some things for certain jobs you can't really do much about. You kind of have to just learn to deal with it. Which is one thing is the Uber Eats sound. I found out how to block that sound on Android, but I feel like Android has more functionality and iPhones are just more simplified, which eliminates functionality, but it's very easy to use. So I thought, let me just put it on the Android phone, let me lower the volume, and I won't have to deal with the sound directly in my ear. That is out the window with one phone, because I can't eliminate the Uber Eats sound. I've tried so many different ways. Like, I block out notifications from Uber, and the fucking sound still goes through, and I'm just like, that sound gets to me. And it doesn't pause my audiobook, doesn't pause my YouTube videos, it just kind of plays over. And I'm usually listening to stuff, so I gotta get used to it now with Uber Eats on this one. So anyway, phone's gone. My girlfriend needed one, she lost her iPhone. Alright, just take mine for now, I guess. She didn't want to pay the deductible on a new one. So cool, I'm like, alright. I'm down with doing one phone. I don't have to wear 2 watches anymore, phone holder watches. Just one. Kind of nice to just take off phone, put one phone back on. It's cool. And I got Uber Eats and DoorDash on one app now. So I did notice that last time, the other day, I did make a mistake because I'm looking at Uber Eats. I had like 4 deliveries. The DoorDash was on the other, and I wasn't looking at it. I ended up passing the DoorDash delivery and realizing that after, which is a totally rookie mistake. But I think it's because I was dependent on being able to see both maps. And usually, normally, this is something I gotta get used to. Normally, like, I will see that one is closer than the other, so I'll just go to this one because the phone was here. But now, I gotta make sure I'm remembering where I'm going. Like, I gotta kind of do like a mental screenshot of that map to have an idea of where it is I'm going, which I normally do. I just it's when you depend on something, you don't really, your brain is like, all right, I want to be able to do the least amount of things as possible so I can focus on whatever task you have in front of you. So it's kind of like when you go to school and teachers told you, hey, well, you got to remember this shit because you're never going to have a calculator in your pocket. Ha, you guys are so wrong. They were so wrong on that one. But you know, it's true, I guess. They wanted you to remember these things because you might not always have a calculator. But that didn't be the case. But it's kind of like that, right? When you have two phones, my brain's like, you don't really have to remember that because you have the two phones in front of you. So I guess now I have to eliminate that mental muscle memory so I can just really switch through these apps. Anyway, I think it's with time I'll get used to it. No big deal. But yeah, so now it's just one phone, baby. But there's some pros to that. Like I said, I don't have to worry about taking two phones off and putting it back on. And also, both apps are going to be connected to my Bluetooth, which the negative is the Uber Eats sound, but the positive is that whenever I need to call a customer on the Uber Eats app, I don't have to rely on speakerphone. I wear a Bluetooth, I have it on one ear, and the mic, I have it really covered for wind reduction. So when I call my customers, they can hear me clearly, I can communicate with them. So I could do that on both apps now. So now I could call their asses before I get there, be like, hey, get your ass downstairs, or get the information that I need. So when I get there, I'm not calling them as soon as I get there. I'm calling them before I get there. That saves me time. So that's gonna be something that I'm gonna try out. I mean, in a few days, I'm gonna have my iPhone back. But then I'll decide, but do I want to go back to the iPhone, or do I just have a second phone but get rid of an iPhone, get an Android, because I don't like iPhones at all. iPhones make me feel like I'm a toddler. Like, they make things so simple because they think you're an idiot, so they make things as easy as possible. And it's true, most people are idiots, you know. Like, there's a lot of things that I should be good at that I'm not. That's because I'm an idiot. But with technology, I'm pretty good. So I can use a phone that isn't as simplified and treats me like a child. So that, yeah, iPhones, I'm okay. I don't like them. I don't like how disrespectful they are with assuming you're dumb as hell and everything has to be like 2-button type of things. It's just so simple. I don't know if that even makes sense, but I like my Android phone. I like its functionality. I've been using it for over a decade, so maybe I'll go to 2 Android phones. We'll see. And I'm waiting on deliveries. You guys can see I ain't getting shit. Which brings me to my next topic that I want to talk about. It's the pilot program from DoorDash, which is going to change the game for some people. And I'll talk that more in a bit. And this one is this was crazy. This was something. DoorDash is really being ballsy with this move here. DoorDash is now giving people the option of basically like being a top dasher. So a top dasher is like if you meet certain criterias, like your completion rate. Go ahead, go for it, bro. You're good. Go. Oh shit, he was blind. He's blind. The way we were talking and shit, he might have thought I was telling him something. My bad. So it's kind of like top dasher, which I never ever look at or really cared about because I didn't feel like I ever needed it. You know, I get enough deliveries. I schedule my shit on time. Before I could just be able to dash on at any time, but that is not the case anymore because there's a lot of people that are doing this now, so it's saturated. So after they get a certain amount of riders, they just don't let anyone jump on anymore unless you have a schedule. With Top Dasher, you're able to, you know, jump on at any time. But here's the thing that's changing with this feature. If you have a 4.5 customer service rating, which I talked about in another video, it's like, of course you're gonna have that. There's no reason why you should have less than that. You gotta be on your shit. But yeah, you gotta have 4.5 or higher customer service rating. Shit, that's far as fuck, but let's do it. I got $8 and $9, so 17 bucks. And I'm going to go all the way to like East Hollywood, passing Silver Lake. Cool, whatever. It was slow. So you see me just driving circles. So I'll take it. All right, yeah. So 4.5 customers are out of 5, right? Cool. Fine. Easy. It's the acceptance rate. This is the big one. You have to accept 50% of your deliveries or higher. So that means 1 yes, 1 no. Like, that is mandatory. That's ridiculous. Right now my acceptance rate is at an all-time high. Oh, what's up, man? Everybody hustling in this Prius. I'm at 18% right now. Let me show y'all. My acceptance rate is at 20%. That's high as shit. Normally it's like fucking 5%, 3%, 4%. Sometimes on a good day it'll be 10%. Hold on, guys. In there, fucking Bad Bunny and shit. Hopefully I wasn't there longer than 15 seconds, because I think that's when the whole copyright bullshit comes on. Bad Bunny out there trying to take their money. All right. So that's the big one. It's customer the acceptance rate. And this is where we were kind of having a little debate on the Crank Hustle group. Someone was like saying, yeah, I accept all deliveries now. That's the way to do it. And the meme they've been knowing before about anything about this whole program they got going on. I was like, what? What do I look like, an employee? Because that is employee-like behavior when you accept all the deliveries. Well, you basically are forced to do it. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to force you to accept all these shitty deliveries. That's it. That's the game. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get you to accept these really shitty, low-paying, no-tip deliveries with the incentive that they just might, or they'll prioritize you to get good deliveries when they come through. Now they know the numbers. They know the real numbers. You know, they know how many good deliveries there really is. But that's it. So 50% though. You know how many shitty deliveries you get? So it's a great strategy on DoorDash's part to get people to say, all right, cool, I'll accept 50% of deliveries or more. So you can prioritize the really high paying deliveries to me. And that's where I've kind of been thinking a lot of pros and cons about it. Mostly cons. But that's because of my market, and I multi-app. I already have a strategy. I already expect to make a certain amount of money. And this feature, I feel for me, it wouldn't really benefit me. If anything, it will hurt me. But this is all just assuming, speculating, without actually even trying it, right? I think I'm gonna have to try it actually to know. But just off observation, I can tell you a few things. And I'll break that down right now. But that's basically what DoorDash is doing. And my little bakery. So if you accept more than half of your deliveries, you're gonna start getting them big deliveries, according to DoorDash. What's a big delivery? Is it just higher paying ones? I think that's what they're trying to say. So the ones that are paying a certain amount, I wonder what that threshold is. Is it just based off the other deliveries that are in the market? Is it in general of the United States? Yeah, I still have a lot of questions, but we'll dig into it a little bit more. Let me just pick up these damn bread or whatever the hell I'm gonna pick up here. Let's see. I'm curious. What y'all want from this place? See, it's cool. I just gotta take out one phone. I kind of really like that. Before I had to do 2 phones, and it was a little weird. Milk toast, grapefruit green tea, and brioche. I have no idea what that is. I got the 2 pickups. I was waiting on some Uber Eats ones, but I didn't get nothing. Oh wait, here's one. Damn, it's Chick-fil-A though. 11 bucks. I actually took 2 yesterday just because they were on the way home. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have to wait. And I didn't wait for the DoorDash one. I did wait for the Uber Eats one. Let's see. It's 11 bucks going the same way that I'm. Oh shit! What the fuck is that smoke? Damn, it's thick. I'm just gonna run through in there real quick, see if we have it ready. I'm not even gonna park on the sidewalk. Park right here. If it ain't ready, I'm out. But these guys just wait outside too, cause that's just what this place is notorious for. Which is why, what's up, man? This is why I got blacklisted. Let's go see. My blacklisted restaurant. Let's see if their shit's ready. Fucking doubt it, but let's go see what's up. I fucking doubt it. Is that the showing? That's just all the way over here. Yep. Out of here. Excessive wait time. Well, first let me report it. Not ready. Report issue. Excessive wait time. Fuck out of here. So they literally send you to Chick-fil-A as soon as they get the order. Cause how long was I talking about it? As soon as I accepted, it was like less than a minute, right? When I went in there in the screen, it had the countdown of a minute. So that's the problem with Chick-fil-A. It's a high volume store. As soon as they get their delivery, they already have a stack of other deliveries, dine-in customers, food deliveries from different multiple apps, pickup orders, you know. They're swamped, so they send you immediately as soon as they get the delivery. So you show up and they haven't even started on your delivery. And some Chick-fil-A's, I think there's one, the one in USC got shut down. They wouldn't start your delivery till you showed up. So imagine that. You spend like 10 minutes in your car to drive to the spot. Parking sucks balls. You can't find that shit anywhere. Then when you finally park illegally, you go in the restaurant and you're like, I'm here for this person. Like, oh, cool. Well, just wait in line. They don't tell you they're just gonna start the order. I had to find out by like asking questions and shit. But then one of the guys finally told me, like, yeah, we actually don't start making it until you arrive because sometimes people just don't show up. So the food just stays there. I'm like, motherfuckers. Blacklisted. And it looks like nothing has changed. It's still the same shit. You would have to go there like at 3 in the morning when it's empty and there's probably no orders. Maybe then by the time you get there, it'll be ready. That's Uber Eats. DoorDash, however, when I did show up, that shit was ready. So DoorDash does give that little time window for them to, you know, take time to prepare it, and then they send you after a while. That's how it's supposed to work. But anyway, so I got a text. Your order is in progress. We'll tell you when it's ready. I should have just left it on. I'm pretty sure I could do these 2 deliveries, come back, and that shit will be ready when I come back. And that shit's, this delivery's far as fuck. Alright. Where was I at? Yeah, what the fuck I was talking about. See, Chick-fil-A just fucked me up. Emotionally blacklisted. Chick-fil-A just got blocked. Reblocked. that block subscription has been renewed. Alright, let me drop this off. I gotta break down this whole DoorDash thing because it's very important, and it's interesting to see. What am I dropping off? Alright. It's interesting to see how what people think about it. Gloves on because the sun is wild today. You can feel that shit already. It's gonna be a hot ass day. I ain't even gotta check the weather. But yeah, I got these gloves mainly so I won't get burnt. Then my hand just end up looking like potato wedges. So first things first, let's dive into this topic. Well, the one thing the immediate thing that comes to mind when I see these things, I'm like, oh, that sounds cool, but no, I'm not gonna do it because I multi-app. Multi-apping, I already got I got this strategy down that guarantees me X amount of money per hour. At least there's a window where I know I'm gonna make this much money. And I talked about it. Did I talk about it today? My average is about $35 an hour. That's my average. That's a regular ass normal day. If it's a really busy day and I kill it and I'm just banging them out, I'll make $45 an hour. Then there's some very special days where I'm actually making 50, 55 an hour. Those are rare, but they do happen. On a slow day, which, I mean, it has to be slow, and I'll make the least I'll make is 25 an hour. So 25 to 35 an hour is like alright, but on the slow side. 35 is my average. I'll probably make that around that much, 33, 37, but that's like my regular day. And like good days, like I said, 45 an hour. I'm good with those numbers. I work my typical 9-10 hours. I'll make $300. That's cool. That's what I would like coming out and making $300. So that strategy works for me, and it's a long-term strategy. You know, it's not something where how can I explain it? It's like, you know, there's people. There's like, if you rely on something that is not strategic based, you can't guarantee it all the time. Like an example of that is when you rely on Uber Eats promos or DoorDash promos, the $1, $2, $3, or you know, this much extra, and you rely on that to make good money. That's why you're gonna have always you're gonna have mostly shitty days and some good days. Whereas if you have a strategy, you can almost guarantee you're gonna make this much that day. So I like leaning towards more strategic ways, and I do that with multi-apping. So that's why I really don't look at Top Dasher as much, because I'm not gonna keep an acceptance rate. I deny all deliveries all day, and the reason is because the strategy needs to make sense. The money needs to make sense. The distance and then where it's going to. I also want the delivery to go somewhere where I won't have to drive very far and get some more orders. And then the multi-apping part becomes important, where I choose it to go this way. Like for example, these two deliveries, I'm coming to West Hollywood, right? Most of the time with multi-apping, I'll be able to find some deliveries on Uber Eats going that same direction or very similar, and I double my money. So if I do this, where I have to accept 50% of the deliveries, it would completely mess up my multi-apping, because there's gonna be deliveries that I don't want to do that I'm gonna have to do in order to keep this promotion for myself, right? In order to prioritize these big deliveries, I'm gonna have to take some of these deliveries that are gonna just straight up make no sense. Like, there's some that it's like this same distance that I'm doing right now, and it'll be one delivery for like $7. And here's the problems with that. One, it takes me away from my market. Remember, DoorDash lets you choose certain markets to work in. Once you're outside that market, you probably won't get many deliveries. So that's problem number one. It'll kick you outside your market. You only made $7. And the big thing is all that time you're gonna lose. So for me to come all the way out here for $7 and then go all the way the fuck back, this is literally like 15 minutes to come here, 15 minutes to go back, right? So I lose half an hour's worth of time. And then I have, let's say, another 30 minutes before I hit an hour, since we're talking about my hourly rate. So right now I'm at $7, right? And Uber Eats, well, there's a very small chance that I'll probably get something going the same way, since I was kind of forced to get this damn delivery. Let's say best case scenario, I'll get another Uber Eats delivery coming this way, right? Let's say I get one for 10 bucks. It turns out into what, $17? Cool. Still lost, I still spent 30 minutes to get over here, and I gotta go all the way, or to go and come back. And then here's where the DoorDash is supposed to kick in. Look at this fucking car right here. This motherfucker cannot drive for shit. Fuck out of the way, bitch. Hate motherfucking drivers like that. Alright, I gotta make a left here soon. So this is where they prioritize if there even is a delivery that is a high paying order. Then hopefully you make up for it in those 30 minutes. But let's say you get deliveries, you get 2 shitty orders. You could deny one, you still be at the 50-50 rate. But if the second one is another shitty order, guess what? You gotta fucking take it. And shitty orders can be really bad. Let's say it's a short distance delivery. Let's say it's only like 2 miles, but it's $3. That's gonna eat up like 15 minutes of your time, even if it's a short one. Maybe 10 minutes. Alright, I gotta do this fucking delivery. Where is this shit? It's supposed to be here on the right. Let me get back on. Hopefully I don't forget. Alright, so where was I at? See, I gotta go all the way back to DTLA. It's probably good. It's a 15-minute ride back. So you gotta, I would basically have to work around DoorDash. Like, I have to work around it. I can no longer strategize the way I regularly do, which is basically build, like, I will have to work around the DoorDash's deliveries that I have to get, even though some of them are gonna be complete trash and just no tip orders, the worst customers you'll ever deal with. And that's the no tippers. No tippers are typically very bad customers. They literally have to go in the app when they're about to pay. The tip amount is automatically generated. So this customer goes in there, takes the tip off, and zeroes it out. Or best case scenario, they might put $1, $2, but they actually go there and drop the price. Now, fuck it, whatever. If you don't tip, you don't tip. I typically deny those deliveries, but in this case, I will have to accept it and deal with whatever customer that's gonna be. Like I always say, customers who pay the least typically expect the most. And you probably have a bad experience with them. Very high chance you have a bad experience with them. And you kind of forced to deal with that. And you have to work your Uber Eats app around that. You basically have to strategize around the deliveries you are forced to accept, 50% of it. So to me, that doesn't sound too good, you know. Usually, I with my multi-apping, I strategize around the best deliveries. So if I get two that are 20 bucks and they're going this way, they may be kind of far, but that's 20 bucks. Then I'll strategize my other deliveries around that. So I could get another one added on with the same app. It could be Uber or DoorDash, or I could just get two good deliveries going the same direction, or maybe not even so good. They're just adding to the pie, and I'm going that direction already anyway. So that strategy works. That's how I get my averagely that hourly rate that I'm satisfied with. Now, if I consider it, that means that I'm gonna have to be making 45, 50 an hour, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Will I make that amount? Guaranteed. It's hard to justify that actually. It's hard to see that actually happening, because the main goal is for DoorDash to get you to accept shitty orders. So what are the chances of them sending me more good orders than shitty orders? Their whole objective is to get people to pick up these shitty orders. It's not really to make you more money. I think it's just a clever way of them getting you to accept all these shitty orders, and once you accept them, you're kind of trapped. I mean, if I'm accepting 50% of my orders, but get some good ones, am I really gonna be faking 45, 50 an hour? It's hard to see, man. But that's part of my argument. There's a few other angles that I want to take a look at this, and I'll get more into that in a bit. So here's another thing that I forgot to mention. This program that DoorDash is doing, I think it's a pilot program. Who gives a shit what it's called? It's in select cities, so not everyone is gonna get this message. And I have seen, based off the Crank Cluster group, that people have certain percentages that they have to have as acceptance rate. Some people's acceptance rate is higher than others. I wonder why that is. Maybe because they have even more shitty orders there, right? I mean, if you have, let's say if you have 10 deliveries in the city and 7 of those are shitty, well, your system wouldn't work if you're making people accept only 50% of them. Though you still have like a bunch of deliveries. You still have 2 deliveries that are gonna not get accepted, because 7 are shitty, 3 are good, 3 are gonna get picked up no matter what. 5 is the 50% ratio, and then 2 are kind of just left lingering. So I think cities might adjust it to how much deliveries they're getting that are basically around people that don't tip, because that's what it is. It's basically, these deliveries are based mostly off of no tippers or low tippers. So I think it maybe in certain areas, the higher the percentage, the higher the shittier the deliveries are. That's just me making assumptions. I don't know the data. I wish they'd be more transparent with us. Damn, look, this fucking building's almost done. Look at this thing. Water fountain in the front. Looks just like the other buildings. Well, I mean, it's the same fucking architect, so. Give me some water. It's a perfect example of a shitty order. 7.3 miles for $8.50. It's basically taking my ass all the way home. It's going through South Central, which is an area with fucking terrible drivers, like the worst of the worst. So it actually, this thing could affect your safety too, because if you're accepting 50% of deliveries, some I'll deny just because it's in a bad area. I don't want to be going there. I want to reduce the chances, reduce the time that I spend in South Central, just because drivers are just intoxicated, stressed out, enraged, zero patience, distracted. Oh, here's another one. All right, so I would have had to accept one of these two. This is another one. 10 miles, 10.6 miles. That's just going all the way to Montebello for $11.75. 10 miles, you know how long that's gonna take me to get there? It's telling me to go on the freeway too, motherfucker. I'm not on the fucking car. This will take me a whole hour. This will take me literally an entire hour to go and come back. So in that hour, I would only make $12 and put my whole ass life at risk because I'm going far as fuck. Unfamiliar area. When you're unfamiliar to an area, you're also putting yourself at risk because, you know, fucking potholes. You can make mistakes. So I would have had to accept it. If I was to accept one of those two, I would rather go to the hood real quick. It was a lot closer and come right back. All right, here's another one. It's the same one. It's literally the same one from earlier. The one that was going to South Central. So now it's $9.25. 7.3 miles. Well, that's it. See, shitty orders. I will have to accept one of those. I will lose so much time. That's really the big one that's getting me too. Is the fact that I'm going to be wasting so much time doing shitty deliveries. So they're super far away. No one wants to go that far and for only that much money. I know no cars want to for sure. Because cars are the ones that have it the worst. Most of the time. This one here, all right, it's two of them for $9.50. It's 4.4 miles. They're both at Rice and Nori. They're both in opposite. One's northeast, no, one's northwest, and the other one's southeast. So opposite corners. Under $5 each one. No, like, it just won't work for me. It will not work for me. I mean, I am not getting any other deliveries. It's not that busy right now. I don't know, man. I really want to hear you guys' feedback on this. What do you guys think? All right, I took one for $8. Blue bottle is one item. This is like fucking coffee. Yeah, it's like iced coffee. All right, that's gonna be cake. Going to the circus, where the crypto arena is. So this might actually be beneficial for certain markets. Like when we were discussing it in the Crank Costa group. Let's see who brought it up. Trying to see who talked about it. Well, like I was saying earlier, like if you're in an extremely saturated market, the chances of you getting a good delivery is going to be very slim because they're going to get eaten up by all the people that are in that area. So this is probably a good way to squeeze out their access to good deliveries by you accepting half of the shitty orders you're getting. Might work out for them. So here's another question I have for this thing. Once you hit that threshold, let's say you do get to 100% acceptance rate, are you just gonna get all the good orders because they're all gonna be good, or are they gonna mix them in with some crappy ones? I think that's what they're gonna do. Otherwise, this program isn't really. It's supposed to incentivize people to accept the shitty ones. So there's no way you're not going to be accepting shitty orders. So I don't think they're all going to be good orders. You might get a few in a day. How good are they? How good are the deliveries? How well do they pay? I feel like there's a lot of questions I still have on this thing. And really the only real way of learning it is to try it out for a bit. That's how I really get to know how this thing works. Probably wouldn't be a long-term strategy for me, but it would just be interesting to know. But yeah, I think certain markets, I can see how it might be of assistance to them. but still hard. For me, it just, I can't see it. I guess it's something I will have to try out. In here. In a very loose bag. Fucking Starbucks all over again. Come on, Blue Coffee. I thought you guys had your shit together. I'm just crumbling it here. Yeah, shit will move around. Use my panels. Secure it in place. Shit ain't going nowhere. I hope so. Another issue that I have with the 50% acceptance rate. As I was coming down from this delivery, I get to the ruckus and I open the DoorDash app, and it says error, your order was unassigned, or it was like, basically when I was in the elevator, I had no service, so I missed a delivery. So I wonder if that counts towards not accepting it. I'm pretty sure it does, right? Because if it doesn't, that means that it's a hack. You could just let the timer run out, meaning you didn't reject it, but you didn't accept it. I'm sure it still counts to on the acceptance rate. So what's gonna happen to those deliveries you don't accept because you don't have service? That could also mess you up. Too many hoes in this program. Pick up at Chipotle for 12 bucks and another one for 8 bucks, so that's 20. This one's right here at Big Sugar Bake Shop, which is right here. I think they have coffee. I might get me an iced coffee because I feel like I need it right now. This should be my thing too, so I always get iced coffee when I will ride the bike. Let's do it right now. Better not be ridiculously overpriced. I'm gonna raise my voice. No. I was looking for my key, the one that had my pepper spray on it. Look where it was at. This is the key to my ruckus, my other key. I'm carrying this one with my alarm thing. Holy shit, I had it in here this whole time. Someone could have stolen my shit this entire time. What a jackass. I would have deserved it. Jesus. Oh yeah, we're about to get lit. The iced coffee was 3 bucks here. That is super reasonable. Boy, I feel that thing kicking already. Alright, so next stop, we're going to Chipotle on Olympic. Cool. Once I'll pick this up, then I'll start doing the deliveries. Hey, what the hell? Go this way. Let's say I did aim to getting this top dasher type thing. I will have to strategize that too, and I think this is how I would do it. To get myself to 100%, I'll probably do a few hours between 10 at night and like 2 a.m. just because there's no traffic and I'll go in my car. So all those deliveries, I'm just gonna take an L. I'm not gonna expect to make much money, but it'll be enough money to put the gas in the car that I'm probably gonna waste. And just go ride around at night, probably take someone with me, kind of just hang out, you know, accept all of them, see where the hell it takes me. So I don't have to worry too much about driving my ruckus into dangerous areas. I'm in my car, no traffic, nighttime. and just for 4 hours just accept all of them, get myself to like a very high acceptance rate. Well, it's gonna be 100, but obviously I'm gonna have to be climbing up from wherever the hell I'm at right now. And hopefully that puts me up at the threshold of, let's say I'm at 51% right after that night. Then the next day, once I'm at 51% or higher, I would come to downtown LA and literally start my dash when I'm already inside downtown LA, like right in the center of all the hot spots. And then boom, log on. And I would log on during lunch and dinner. Boom, try to get those big orders during those times. That's just the strategy that I thought of just right now. Is there holes in it? Probably. But seems reasonable. That way I could come ready to just start slamming on those priority orders, if I really get any. Be interesting to see. I'll drive my car at night, accept 100%, then come out here in my ruckus during lunchtime on the busiest days. Wonder that would work. Alright, so finally got some good ones. Got one for 22 bucks, 2 of them going to K-Town, Sonora Town and Basil, Holy Basil. I had accepted one with DoorDash, but I canceled it because this one's paying 3 times more. Oh, why am I still yawning? I need to chug this coffee. But yeah, 22 bucks. I'm gonna see if I can get something with DoorDash going the same direction. That little Frenchie. What was that Frenchie I was talking about? Dude's just following he's following his owner without a leash. That's cute and all. So he runs into a bigger, vicious dog. Alright, the next pickup is at Holy Basil. I did them backwards. I was supposed to pick up at Holy Basil first, but I did not do it that way. It's funny because she asked me to confirm it. So I confirmed the pickup from Holy Basil. Now it's telling me to come back here. You gotta do what you gotta do, baby. Oh no, let's go to Holy Basil. Come on, DoorDash, give me something going that way. Damn, this was going north. This would have been so dope. 2 deliveries for 15 bucks. That would have stacked me to $37. Oh well, I'll get something. It's 12:30, so right now it's probably the height of lunch rush. I might just take my time here at Holy Basil. Hopefully I get something between this wait time. Kind of missed there being a phone here. Alright, so this is one of those Tuscany deliveries. So I'm gonna set them up right here with my extra divider here. There you go. So there's a tip over. Alright. So this is my extra divider that I have here, so it doesn't tip over. It's just tall. It has 2 bowls stacked on top. 2 bowls stacked on top of each other. So if I leave it in by itself, it'll probably tip over. But now with the extra panels that I added, it could be held in place. Alright, let's go. And I gotta switch out the battery because this thing's 21%. Yeah, I guess I've been talking a lot. Let me switch it out right now. One to go. So I swapped the batteries out, and the other one has only 37%. So I got one battery that has like 21%, the other one has like 30 something percent. So This one has more, so I'm just gonna let it record till it dies. When it dies, I'll take a break. And then I'll continue recording once the day's gonna come to a close. But fuck it. I guess I forgot to charge them. Thought I did. On this little street back there, and out of nowhere you see this fucking something like a speed bump. It's not a speed bump. It looks like they try to run the pipe across the street, so they did that. They basically put something to harden it, so it's not just a fucking tube, and it's kind of like a speed bump. I saw it and I just hit the brakes, and I slowed down pretty good, but I still kind of hit it with some speed. And the Holy Brazo one that's in there, it's Thai food, so Thai food tends to have a lot of soups. So hopefully those things didn't pop open. But the good thing is that I do have it very secured back there. So it's not gonna tip over, but a lid might have popped open. We'll check it out right now. I think it's fine, but you gotta think about these things. Because if you don't, you can pull the bag out, and without noticing, that little liquid is gonna make the paper bag very, very thin and make it very easy to tear. And if you acknowledge that, you will probably save it from spilling. So anyway, I'm here. Just gotta find where to park. You already know how I'm gonna do this shit. Park right in the front, baby. Right here. Oh, my boy just did an Adugan. Adugan. Alright, so let's check this out. Oh, well, that's good. Nothing. Check it out. Oh shit, I forgot my phone. All the plates are nice and stacked, nothing open. You don't see no dark areas. So we are good. Picked up. This thing's gotta go all the way to Chinatown. It's kind of far from here. I forgot how much it was for too. Like $8. Oh shit, this guy's not gonna turn. Okay. Trying to catch me right and dirty. Trying to catch me right and dirty. Out of with that top dasher, 50% acceptance rate. There's those deliveries where you have to do shopping lists. Like you basically go shopping for the customer. Those take an enormous amount of time. So, I mean, for me it'll be an automatic decline. But the problem with this is that that's going to count towards your acceptance rating. And if you do accept it, that's going to eat up so much of your time. I mean, you actually have to go into the store, look for the items, pay for it with the red card, and then take it to the customers. And usually some of these things are super heavy. Like the last time and only time I ever did it, my backpack was super heavy because there was a lot of liquids in it, like cases of sodas or waters. I can't remember what it was, but it was just super heavy. I think I had it stacked up here in front of me, and it wasn't even paying that one. It took up a lot of time, and actually that time my red card wasn't working, so I ended up paying it for myself. And the plan was to get DoorDash to reimburse me. I just never did it. I didn't get around to it. I procrastinated and I just took a L. I ended up losing money on that delivery. So now you're telling me that I'm gonna be forced to accept it? Nah, fam. But yeah, that's another scenario that I just thought of that. Stop, But yeah, thoughts on that? Do you guys do the shopping ones? They have those CVS ones, Petco. Actually, Petco it's already ready, but it should be heavy as hell. Then if you gotta take it up to the apartment, you gotta take up all that stuff up there. Time consuming. All that is gonna eat your time up. Long ass hallway. You can barely see the door all the way at the end. Jesus. I'm gonna walk halfway down and turn left. It was for like 13 bucks and change. And I got another one for $6 and change at Jamaica, A Beautiful Life. That's a Jamaican spot here on Spring Street, so that's where I'm going next. So $20 for these 2 deliveries here. So I started looking through my email to try to find the email they sent me about the pilot program. I guess that's what it's called. And let me read it to you. Shit. Introducing a new pilot program in Los Angeles where eligible dashers get priority access to high-paying orders. Priority access makes it more likely. That's the fucking key word right there. More likely. It's not guaranteed. It's just you're more likely to get these orders. They're not even fucking guaranteeing it for you. So you might do all this bullshit, taking all these small orders, and you might not even get them. Alright, let me keep reading this shit. I'm just talking shit every sentence. Alright, let me take advantage of the stop sign right here. Alright, let me actually wait the 3 seconds. Alright, so priority access makes it more likely to receive high-paying orders, which currently pay at least $2.75 per mile during delivery in total pay, including base, peak pay, and tips. On top of that, I guess, I don't even know that's a lot. I don't be counting miles. Make a right turn, take another advantage of this. Dashers like you in a high customer rating can unlock priority access by resetting your acceptance rate. So I can opt in by October 4th so they can reset my customer rating. So what day is it today right now? It's September 28th. That means I got up to like next Wednesday, I think. Let me check the calendar. Yeah, I got until next Tuesday to decide to opt in. So I got time to think about it. Not really think about it. I gotta strategize, because of course I'm gonna try it. You know, if I don't end up doing it, at least I can provide you guys with a little bit of insight of how it was for me, and then you guys can it'll probably make your decision a lot easier. So I'll go ahead and opt in before that date. What day do I want to work? Probably a Sunday. Probably a Sunday, so I might do it Sunday. Oh shit, maybe this Friday. Friday is my favorite day to work. This is where most people tend to order a lot because they get paid. Y'all already know. Top cup of noodles, ramen on Thursday, and real ramen on Friday. Some motherfuckers be doing it. So alright, I'm gonna have to strategize at least to try it out, right? Sweet. Delivery number 2. No, I got another one for like 6 doll hairs, and it's gonna be delivered by the Jeffrey Dahmer Apartments. So I'm gonna go drop it off. I'm gonna go check it out, film a little video there real quick. The last time I recorded it, it didn't really sound good, so I'm gonna have to redo it. So let's see, Orleans, it's right here, block away. So I was $20 plus 6, 26. Alright, cool. slowly making money. So yeah, I guess since I can reset my thing, I'm gonna opt in for it. I'm just gonna try it out just the whole day, just to see what it's like, and then I'll let y'all know. I'll probably do it this Friday. It's in 2 days. Homie right here giving tours. Nice. Dang, he's got quite a group there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 to 12 people. Yeah, I'm about to start giving some tours. Some ghetto tours, baby. What? Alright, so I got all the goods. My first stop, 7th and Hill. Then another one is Washington and Broadway, I believe. And then the other one is Jeffrey Dahmer's apartments, or nearby at least. But yeah, I'll give some dope tours. I got some, I know some stuff about DTLA. Been working here for like, you know, a long time. Since like 2013. So I know stuff. Not really factual stuff, but stuff nonetheless. We're at it. Holy Basil. So I'm gonna go see if it's ready. It says to pick up in 8 minutes. So chance it might not be ready. And if it isn't, I'm just gonna unassign. Hopefully it is. Bagging it up as I got to the restaurant. So that's a win. So that's a 30 plus delivery there. 20 plus 6 and change. Was it 6? Yeah, 6 and 6. So like 32, 33 bucks maybe, more or less. Pretty good. Alright, let's drop this off. It's right here. I don't think I've ever been to this building. 6th floor. Yeah, I've never been inside this building. Or, well, at least I can't remember right now. But we'll see. Building. Looks pretty cool. I like the artwork. Check it out. She looks sick. I need to paint again, man. I used to paint all the time. Abstract paintings like this. All right, next one is going to Broadway and Washington. The Reef. The Reef is, they're telling me to go to their suite. This building is really big, so I'm gonna do a lot of walking in there. I'll probably take more time than I usually take. The good thing is that I have not confirmed pickup on the 2 DoorDash deliveries that I got. So timer has not started. So I probably will start it as soon as I get to, or about to deliver the next delivery. Let's go. And I should turn around. Let's go. What's the bitch? I love it when they come. Yeah, there was a few other abstract paintings there. Look at this guy. So your car's all fucked up. You're doing shit like that. Says the guy that just did an illegal U-turn. Alright, so now these other deliveries are up next. This one's gonna be late as hell. Oh wow. Get a little contract violation real quick. No, I think I'll be fine. Let's go. So I'm gonna opt in on Friday. And we going in on that ass. Ooh, let's see how much money we can make. I'm gonna opt in for the acceptance rate reset. So Friday I'm just gonna, you know, do my regular shift, but with the pilot program, the DoorDash pilot program, and just see what I can squeeze out of it. See if I can actually make money, or I'm just gonna be wasting my time doing these deliveries that make no money. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I'll do it all day Friday, and then I'll upload the video either Friday night, be up by Saturday morning. Cool. Okay. It says opt in below by October 4th. Your one-time acceptance rate reset will be processed on October 5th, and your new rate will appear in the app after that date. I don't get it. So I have to opt in before October 4th, and then they'll process October 5th, so I could do deliveries October 6th. Or if I do it right now, I'll be able to so that means tomorrow, like if I opt in today's September 28th, does that mean that September 29th they'll process and I'll be able to do deliveries September 30th? Because that'll be the Friday. Let me just opt in right now. Fuck. I love it when you call me, señorita. I don't know, I got that song in my head. Should I reset it right now? I guess. Start watching that show, Jeffrey Dahmer. You guys are gonna recognize these apartments. This is where Netflix filmed the. This is where the Ohio apartments are supposed to be called the Oxford apartments. So these are supposed to be it. This is where they document. I mean, this was the real building. That's where they did all the filming and shit. So yeah, it's gonna probably creep a lot of people out. But it's interesting how I recognized the damn building right away. When I saw it in the show, I was like, oh yeah. I've seen this building once, and I remember that shit. But yeah, that's the one, the Oxford Apartments. It's called something else. I think it's called Sylvester Apartments. That's like its real name from this real building. But the building that it actually took place, it was called the Oxford Apartments in Milwaukee. Did I say Ohio? Is Milwaukee in Ohio? Alright, it's in Milwaukee for sure. And it was on 25th Street, and the address I think was 949 or something like that. But that's the actual building that it took place in. I think they demolished that thing. If you look at the picture, I looked it up on Wikipedia. It's also in the corner, and it's like a 3-story apartment as well. Take my first break. I'm at $68 Uber Eats, and $60 DoorDash. So that means I got 128, and it's 3 o'clock. It's not a lot, but I'll tell you what's a lot. This hunger I got right here. So I'm about to go eat, and yeah, boy, gotta urinate like a motherfucker. I feel like I got a gallon of liquids. I feel like I'm gonna cause a hurricane, like the Florida situation right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill for a bit. I'll catch you guys in a bit. So before I paused it, I got 2 more, $8 and $12. So I was like, you know what, let me just do them, then I'll take my break. So cool little $20 hairs. So where does that put me? I don't even know. 143, no, 146, I think. Plus whatever tips that are probably gonna load later. That sounds better, you know, around 150 for break time. More comfortable with that. Then on my next tab, I could just focus on making another 150. My battery is at 12%, so I'm probably gonna need my GoPro in here charging. Since this is the same USB cable, I'm going to have to disconnect the iPhone cable. I mean the iPhone wireless charger, or the quad lock wireless charger, and just charge the GoPro. Alright y'all, only got 19% battery, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I didn't do a second shift. I kind of just hung out for a bit. now I'm going back home. I can't wait to upload this video because I want to see what you guys think about the pilot program with DoorDash. Let me know your thoughts on it, and whether you guys got the notification or not. Also, what's the acceptance rate amount that you got? Is it more than 50? Is it less than 50? And also, if it's different than mine, what city are you in? What market are you in, basically? And yeah, let's have a little discussion on that. I want to see what your thoughts on it. Are you guys gonna be a part of it? Are you guys gonna try to get that 50% acceptance or that legibility so you guys can get prioritized for higher paying orders and sacrificing taking the shitty orders? Let me know what you guys are thoughts on that. Also, let me know what you guys think about the sound, if it sounds better or not. But yeah, I'd like to hear your opinions on all those things. Great topic. This might be a game changer for some people. It might be just one of those things that they update where it didn't work out and they just stop doing it. These things happen from time to time with these apps. You know, they always try something new, something different. And obviously they're trying to help themselves and increase their profits. And I guess trying to find middle ground with us too, because they can't just make us do all these things because we're not employees, you know. So we need to have a certain freedoms, but they're pushing it. They're trying to find clever ways of changing that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about that. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll come out here and hustle again. Start posting a little bit more consistently. I know I've been out the loop, but that's what trips do to you. You come back and you just kind of feel a little off. When you're taking big trips like this, outside of your comfort zone, you go somewhere different. You do have culture shock, like someone mentioned, but you do grow a little from these fucking trips. You do come back a little bit different. Sometimes good, usually good. Sometimes you may come back and feel that little depression, like I was telling you guys. Anyway, everyone treats this like a stop sign. This little intersection. But anyways, guys, it's good to be back. Let me know what you guys think about my one phone setup. Going back to the old school way. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.